Hey everybody. Let me get my mic back on here. Okay. Let's see if this is working. Green light. All right. What's up, y'all? It's gonna change the spark plug on the green car here on the 4-door. Get this thing set up on the stand. And I will get to putting some spark plugs in it. All right. Mic is on. Okay. Howdy. Put these old, welcome, by the way, whoever y'all are. Take this off, put it in my pocket. Putting these old spark plugs back in here. These are number 7s, a little colder heat range from the nitrous plugs I just took out. Those are number 9s. I like reusing plugs. They used to be $1.99 each, or $1.50, $1.99 each, and now they've gone up to, oh shoot, sometimes they're $10 a piece, $8, $9, $10 a piece. Depends on what heat range you're looking for. So you do that times 8. You do that a lot, and then you get a nitrous car, which if you don't have it dialed, kind of hard on plugs, or a worn out motor like this one. It oils them up. So just reuse them, clean them, put them back in. Best way to go with it. Turbos are nice. They don't eat. They're not as hard on engines, drivetrains, spark plugs, none of that. But there's nothing like the violence of nitrous, though, right? Anybody's got any questions? Not yet. 5 y'all. What's up, Tulu TV? Howdy. Oh, I got a sneeze. Dang it. Yeah, there it is. Shoot. Usually it's 3 times. All right. Crusty old headers. These things are hanging on by a fingernail. They have been in here for long time. I don't know, 10 years like this. All beat up. That's okay. They make exhaust go out for sure. And you get new brake pads for it too, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Probably wouldn't hurt. Check them. Check the brakes. They're race brakes. I don't use them very hard until I use them very hard. Oh no, they got some meat on them in there, it looks like. Just getting a thing ready to run and drive around for the weekend. I'm gonna cruise it, drive it some, enjoy it. We'll put some fuel in it here and start it up and all that stuff when I'm done. If I had super great service around here, I'd go live driving the car, but I got to figure that out. I've got a cell phone range extender I could wire in here, and I bet you it would work pretty good going live from behind the wheel. It'd be fun. Okay. We got a dude. What's up, man? Doing big block nitrous stuff. Wait till I show you all this. It's cool little tool here, especially when you drop on the ground. All right. Hey, look, no leaks. Better check it. Make sure it ain't out. Yeah, sometimes things are easier to do with a wrench. You cut them down for header clearance. I'll show you all here when I get this side tight. Just a stubby wrench, and I just trimmed the top off. I don't know if y'all can see it too good, but trim the edges off it. It gets down in tight places. Very nice. These things are that rusty. Ooh, I got to take care of these. I know exactly the thing to do, but I want to ride it now. I don't want to do it now. I want to take them off. Ain't got no gas in it. That's right. My best interpretation as I can. Jesse Jacobs, what up? Kenneth Norvale and everybody. Hello, everyone. Let me get this adjusted a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I like to have a good time. I don't like to be too serious in life about too much stuff. Too short, take things too seriously, right? Just gotta enjoy things. Yeah. As soon as you start taking stuff serious is when you start messing up. For sure. Like the word hope. The word hope. I really don't think there's a single time you can use the word hope and have it a nice, positive, purely positive outcome, outlook on something. You know, hope is allowing for something bad to happen. The negative opposite, the possibility of not succeeding, or whatever you're hoping works. So if you hope, you already lost. You have to know. When you know something's going to work out, it does. But like in racing, if somebody says, boy, I sure hope it don't blow my motor up, you're going to blow it up. You have to be like, it doesn't matter how much I spray at it or what I do with it. It's going to eat all of it, and it's going to keep eating all of it. And that's why this engine is still alive. And it's I've owned it 6 years. It was in the car 6 years. I drove it too. I sold the car or whatever. See my page if you want to see the backstory on this whole car here. Anyways, this is a 32-year-old big block. As far as I'm aware, those heads are ancient. Old iron head, Grumpy Jenkins iron heads. So can't care too much. If you care too much, it'll bust. That's the secret. Do your diligence, but don't care too much. Check my filter. I got the fuel filter here. I probably break it down, take a look. I don't know. I just serviced it, but can't hurt to check it again. I just barely touched the third kit in that last race I had, the last no prep race I had. I just tickled it, and that thing laid over, just like it went lean, just like that. Just So I'm gonna check the filters again. It's got a big pump. It'll supply everything, but I can tell it's just a tiny bit lean, so might need to reflow it too. I'm doing some other stuff also. So it runs on E85, and I'm gonna leave it on E85 for driving around. However, I'm putting an auxiliary fuel cell in the trunk, and gonna go race gas in the trunk. Hey, come here. Let me get my ornery dog from behind the scenes. Hey, come here. Move. Go. Yep, ornery dog. No, you gotta go out here with me. Come on, move. Nope. Outside. Outside you go. Oh, Rottweiler life. Stay right there. Here. Nuh-uh. You stay right there. Crazy dog. Nuh-uh. These dogs right here. They want to let everybody know they own the place. And then they're big and heavy. And they look like that. Oh, gosh. Oh, well. Hello. Yep. Watch out of nitrous. Wait. What? Someone tell me how to golly, whatever. Big lot. Yep. Garage monkey. No, not me. Agree with that. I don't know what you're disagreeing with. Whatever. Let's see. What shot of nitrous? It's got 350 on the first kit. It's got just 200-ish on the second kit, and another 200-ish on the third. Yeah, it eats pretty hard, Will. It really does. It's not a slouch by any stretch of the word. A couple folks took it lightly. which was really funny. At the last no prep race I was in, I hadn't raced this car in about 10 years prior at a track. I just been cruising riding around having a good time with it. And oh, it's so funny. You guys had a turbo G body, and they really thought, like, surely something. They really thought they had something, and they didn't. That was pretty funny. And then some dude with a Toyota Turbo LS and a Toyota Tacoma. That was super cool. He was fast, but got away from him. I don't know if he had to pedal it or what. All I heard beside me was whoosh, whoosh, and then never saw him again. And I just sprayed the lights out this thing. Grabbed both kits and held them down nice and clean, and streaked down through there pretty good. And then the third race was a Camaro, and that was like a 94, maybe 95, you know, kind of that catfish looking almost, right? Anyways, he treated me really bad out the gate, and I left on everything, all, you know, both kits, 550 right there, and it just wasn't enough. I touched the third one. It didn't do anything except go boom. Kind of lay down a little bit. I'm like, oh no. So I just let go of it before I decided to thoroughly cook it, and lost. That was in the semifinals. I went to the semifinals on True Street on 28th. Pretty cool. Let me make sure these plug wires are right before I hang them. 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5. Here we go. 3. Okay. I'll put some of the emblem. Not rip that off of there. And get your pants. And then on the Impala. Okay, let's see. There we go. All clicks are clicked. Let's see what we got. Yeah, like a healthy big block. It is. Fixing to start it up here in a minute. How big's the motor? I got it used on Facebook Marketplace 6 years ago, and it's got a 454 cast block. It's a 73 casting. Looks like a 4-bolt over-the-counter LS6 replacement block for a Chevelle, like a 70 Chevelle 454 car. It's got one of those blocks and crankshafts that I could tell. I took the oil pan off, replaced the gasket after I bought it. I bought it running out of a Nova, and it's painted orange. It had 2 carburetors on a real dookie sheet metal intake, no nitrous. And I bought it running in a Nova, like $5,000 way back in 2019, I think. Put it in the car. I had a big inch motor, a 706 cubic inch motor on 3 kits. Only used 2 in here prior to that. Got sick of all the race car stuff, so bought this on Marketplace and just threw it in there, and Shazam, it's still alive. I even sold the car. It traded hands, went to different states, all that. Came back to me, and this engine is still in it, still running. And my son and I would call it the Terminator. It's a T900. It might be old and clanky, but you don't want that smoke. It just didn't cap the rings, never took the heads off, put 1 set of valve springs on it, put a big cap distributor in. I used to have a fogger on that dookie intake with 2 plates, running 2 kits for like $700, and I put 400 through it a lot. The other 300 I touched, and it was like, it sounded pretty sketch, and it's had a knock ever since then. That's been 6 years, so it probably just swole the cylinders up a little bit. Put some piston slap in there. Uses oil about probably 2 quarts every maybe 300-400 miles. I use 2 quarts of oil. Oils the plugs. Hydraulic roller, unknown hydraulic roller. It's got Grumpy Jenkins iron heads on it. It says Grumpy Jenkins under the valve cover here. And casting, not scribbled on, but cast. And that's how I'm judging the build date of this engine, because these heads were cast in 1990, 91, I think maybe through 93 or 94. So if we can assume this was like mid-90s, call it 1995, when this thing was built, the heads haven't been off. It doesn't look like it at all. They look like they are rusted to the block, which probably is helping me keep the nitrous in this thing. It's got head bolts, not studs. It's just the old street, like a pro street, choppity chop. Got some cam, got some chop. It's got some, looks like forged pistons and rods in it. That's all I can tell you on
I don't know the cam specs. Nothing. I mean, the valve springs, I think I measured the max lift and got, you know, hydraulic roller and springs pretty close to it way back when I changed them. So anyway, that's fun. Let's see, that's all done. Okay, let me take this to the back where we're going to fill up this thing with some fuel. I'll show you all the rest of the car. Oh, cool. Buddy, so you got a 540? Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, man, big blocks to the front. They don't know about these things at all. A crusty old big block looking like this right here. Here's what's dangerous about this kind of stuff. It's built with a bunch of used parts, different brands of solenoids, all kinds of mismatched everything, just thrown together, big block with a bunch of nitrous with iron heads. It looks like it came out of a swamp. The whole car has been used a lot, beat a lot, all just a ton of work on this thing, right? You know, it's just been done over years. Sorry about that, folks. It's been done over years and years. I'll take this thing out of the stand. Here you go. So now, what's dangerous about that is if it's been running that long with all that nitrous looking like that, that means it's fast, and it's been fast for a very long time. And it's always going to go fast. It's never just all of a sudden going to go slow. This is what we call caveman at its finest right here. Big nitrous lines, stuff you got to pay attention to here. Big hose. More big hose. We got Wilson ProFlow solenoids on this side. We've got NOS cheater solenoids on this side. We got a bunch of mismatched fittings and stuff here. This is all out of the toolbox, the fitting box. I've got a fitting drawer and a bunch of used nitrous stuff. And there it is. Just put it all together, flow it. If you know what you're looking at, you can tell that fuel pressure kind of high on them kits. A lot of fuel going in it. Vacuum pump here. Catch can there. Got transmission cooler. Got to have that for the street because I do drive it a lot. It's registered, insured. I drive it. It's got turn signals, everything. True street. Bench seats and all. Got a hood right there. It's a big block. That's right. Yep. Got some old school AJE Mustang struts I cobbled onto here. I built the control arms, front end, all of it. Everything. Long time ago in a land far away. It is this is a 66 Chevy Impala 4-door. Fender exit. Burning the paint a little bit now. Impala. Pretty fun stuff. Nice calm bear. I'll take y'all inside the car. You're gonna like this. Let me put these back here. Nice thing about a patinaed car is, unlike my brother's, right there, I'll get to that in a minute, but it's a little dingered, right? I'm the only one that I want to see, just me, leaning on this thing, but I can still lean on it, and my roof is pretty faded, you can tell. It's all original. I've got it on the 10-inch wheels with hard tires for cruising the streets. I'll show you the slicks. You get the big studs right there. Here's the inside. All buttons, caveman, everything. It does have a grid in it, but once it's set, it's set. You know, I've got the retards where I want it. I don't really go in there and play, but I wired this car up a long time ago, board and panel and all that stuff, and interrupts and on and on and on. We've got two kits here worth of with the sauce. They've shifted in my drive. That one usually is up there, but now we got first kit nitrous pressure, second kit nitrous pressure. We got ball valves to cut it off. We've got a transmission pressure gauge here. We've got
USBs and voltage, air fuel meter. Second kit is the green button. Third kit is the red button. First kit's the green button. Buttons everywhere. And yep, I love it like that. We've got a progressive controller here. Trans brake laying on the floor. Even that, they got a button right there. I hold that down. The shifter's down here. I hold it, click. And then when I leave with the car, I just let that thing go and then squeeze that green button as soon as possible. Bang, grab. Meanwhile, I'm holding that one down. So when it turns the trans brake loose, it turns that one loose. And that's 350 shot right there. It's a 200 shot right there and a 200 shot right there. And then the 350 is on the progressive. So then I hit it with whatever percentage of 350 shot I want over how long, what time I want to bring it in. And that no prep, I was hitting it with 40% over 0.5. So 40% of 350 shots. So let's call it like 150 or whatever. And then bringing the rest of it in half a second. And it took everything along with grabbing that button. So I obviously need more power for sure. 8th mile. It's all tied into the cage, all tied in nice and tight. 8th mile. That's on me. Nothing, no fancy. It's a nasty big block. 540 or 3 kit. Right. Let's see what else we got here. You probably like this. I mean, all this stuff works really nicely. Windows, wing windows. It's not cut up. None of this stuff has been cut. Look out there. There's the back seat. You got outriggers going into a double frame where I put on the inside 5 seconds. Yeah, it goes in the 5s and the 8 at this time. Been faster than the 4s with a big motor, but all the cigarette, ashtrays and all that stuff are there. Door locks, pretty cool. Let's see if I can show you a feature. Check this out. Let's show you something cool. An anti-lock yourself out the car. So the year is 1966. It's a brand new car, and you left your keys in it. I definitely show you the driver's door. I'm pretty sure it works on that one, but we'll get to this in a second too. All the Nitrous stuff. We'll get back to that in a minute. So you've left your keys in the ignition. You've locked yourself. You're about to lock yourself in your car, right? Well, nope. You move your face. Move. Okay, it's locked. You got the keys inside. So you go shut your car. Let's see if we can do this. It will unlock if you push. It unlocks itself. The way to make sure you've locked the car is button down, push the button in, and then release the button, and you have now locked your car. You have to do that every time to get to lock your car. And I'm pretty sure it does it on that side too. I can't recall. Besides, I came here to not look dumb. Damn. 4 bottles, yes. 3 stages. That's right. Typical for old cars. That's correct. Typical. But how many people on here actually know that? Probably you and me. So now everybody knows that's watching this. This is what's not typical. So we've got lights. Everything works beautifully. We have all the stuff. Removable steering wheel. I took the stock wheel and put a Moroso removable column piece on here. So when I get out, I can squeeze this down and pull the steering wheel off. Pretty cool. Tachometer behind the glass. Speedo doesn't work anymore. The cable long since went. I hooked it up to my 2-speed 400. Worked for a while until I did like a 190 mile an hour burnout or something. I went off the end, and when it came back, it was dead. Still got all the stuff in it though. Hello. Yeah, let's get to
get to the back, show you all some of the business. In fact, really need to start it. I ain't started it in a while. Oh, here's the tires. Here's what I normally run, like at the track. I put these in the back seat. If you want to go on my page, maybe give me a sub or even check out the videos, whatever. But I drove this 2 hours to the no prep race at Paradise Drag Strip and went to the semifinals with this big car right here with a clapped out old big block on Nitrous. First time I've been at the track in 10 years racing a car. And took these, put those in the back seat, put a towel in there, drove it on those, changed the tires. It's all on video. It is the most amazing experience. It was so fun. Got the Insta360. There's some cool footage on there. And here's how you know it's a real street car. Is battery here. These are also set up for no prep, right? So I don't like changing bottles out. And if I want to put weight in the car, I might as well put functional weight in the car. And instead of swapping bottles, I can just swap my lines. I got a ball valve there and there, and I can swap these hoses from that bottle to this one and vice versa. And I can take and move them all the way from side to side. So if I'm spraying it light on the second stage, I don't touch it at all, but I sprayed the first kit like 350 the whole pass, I'll take that off, put it over here, take this one, put it over there, you know, fresh. It's just nice to be able to have fresh bottles and go consistently rounds and not have to change your bottles. I got away from the old blowtorch and I'm over here doing things like an old head now. You can tell I used to be a fan of the they don't mind if you keep it far away. Let's see. Those valves are not rated for 1000 psi. Well, those are steel valves, and they come from China. You know what else I've had that isn't rated for 1000 psi? Apparently, is even that. These bottles here will give it up long before those. So I've got more up there to fail. Also, if you makes you uncomfortable. This is grudge racing, man. This is 8th mile stuff, man. It's just raunchy old big blocks. It doesn't even matter. It's all good. Nope, no nitrous filters. No. Now, you probably wouldn't know anything about having filtered fittings, you know, on your inlets, but hey, it's okay. Yeah, got 2 batteries. Got these up and to the back far as possible here. Yeah, anyways, it's just a product of a bunch of just work over the years, you know. Got a air compressor there, an air compressor with a tank right there, and I got my air hose over here so I can air up tires. I got like a 20-foot or something, maybe I can't remember, 20-30 foot air hose. It's pretty far, so I can air my tires down at the track and then air them back up, stuff like that. Yeah, fun stuff. Just some old caveman junk. Good time. But I went to the semifinals. You know, it's no prep stuff. That's cool. Here's some other cool stuff that a lot of people and probably say that ain't very good either, you know. But hey, you gotta do a little something under the back, right? Just a little touch. Some you know, adjustable everything. And roll and all that cool stuff. 40 spline axles and 35 spline pinion with a we got here old junky old fuel pump too, Magna Fuel ProStar 500. I think that makes like 2,500 horse with a fuel and carburetor. Got the big studs, got my old hard tires on. I'm gonna cruise it around today. Good time. Ain't nothing special. Just an old bench seat 4-door. We got the charging ports in the back there for the passengers. Pretty fun. Got the AC, you know, all the cool stuff. What else? And one thing I like is I got a electric 250 amp solenoid or whatever it is, and it's my on-off switch here for the track, and then I got an on-off switch for me up there. So that's kind of fun. Just some old junk. That's fun though. It runs good. I got the car back in 2006 and bone stock 289 Number 2D3 with a power glide 10-bolt 3-link deal. You know, just crusty everything. It's okay. I got thick skin. Let's see. You want to hear it? Yeah. You know what? I got to put fuel in it. So let's actually start this. How about that? If you're watching, we're about to fire. Let's fire this thing up. Let me put these somewhere else next to the much nicer, more aesthetically pleasing automobile. And then the super fun machine. Oh, I like this so much. Whoops. Yes. Just a little service on it, whatever. And some brakes and all that. But yeah, how about some 76 millimeters on CFM blow through, quad inlet, 416-inch all billet internals, and blah, blah, blah. Fun times. What up, Bear? What up, yo? Give you a pet for everybody here, you know. POV pets. Yeah. Vicious Bear. Let's see, a Dodge Dart, that's right. Thank you. How much power does it make? This thing? I don't even know. It's a used engine I got from Facebook Marketplace in 2019 and threw a bunch of nitrous on it, and it still lives. So enough to go to the semifinals in True Street, no prep around the area, I guess. LC4 engine. Did you? Okay, hold on. Molon Lob. Molon Lob. All right, we need to talk real quick. Check this out. KTM, you must be real sharp with this stuff. What is this? Because the bike is a 2007. Yes, I'm doing fork seals right now. The bike is an 07. Okay, hang on. XCF-W. Okay, but it has a 363 cc motor in it that says EXC XSF 363 with electric start, which doesn't look like things I had. Sorry, I had this off. I just did my filter and stuff, just went riding. But the wiring's a little bit, somebody's been tinkering with this, and it rips. It absolutely is an animal, and I love it. So in LC4, I'd be interested. Thanks, Josh. How much power does this one make? Not sure with the Turbskis, but he's owned it for since 1991. My brother has, and he got it painted in 97. It still looks that nice. So nobody touches it. He just spray waxes it forever. And it's had nitrous on it back about 9 years ago. We went 589, ramping the kit in real slow on gas on C23. We've since went to 85, changed some stuff on the chassis, and able to bring the kits in way faster. So I don't know how much power it makes, but it's probably like a 550 car, 560s on nitrous, and now we put twins on it. And we're going to lean on it. I'm looking for 1300 to the hub right there. We'll take it to the hub dyno, and 1300 on E85. So that's what we're looking for is that. Let's say EXCF 350. That's what it is. Great bike. It's an LC4. Okay. Thanks, man. Because it's okay. So it's an EXCF 350 motor in here in a 2007 250. That's fun. Let me tell you, it catches people off guard. It's a rocket ship. It almost makes me laugh in my big block voice. And that's how I laugh when I outrun people in that car right there. 340. This is a R3 Mopar performance block. It's a 416-inch 340 base, but 416-inch bottom end with all Crowder billet rods and gangster internals and Crowder billet solid roller with Indy 360-1 245 cc runner heads. Pretty nasty. It makes a ton of power. I mean, it'll make 2,000 with these on it. Turbo V8's the whole reason imports disappeared. Yeah, just V8s. I mean, man, really nitrous. Like, absolutely scallywomp. I mean, unless it's all-wheel drive, man. Shit. Yeah, I like this. We'll do a, let me go around here to put fuel in this thing. Let's get some fuel in it and fire this thing up. This one run. I'm about to fire it up right now. So you put gas. Ain't got no gas in it. In my whatever voice that is. So let's, no, the Dodge is very close to running though. We had to order some, we had to order some O-rings for the, we had to order O-rings for the carburetor side bowls, those four inlet bowls, because this doesn't fall over or whatever. That'd be nice. Let me see if I can pour this in. Pour it in. Hello. Oh yeah. I was sucking air on the way back. I could hear yeah, doing all that business. I need to get some brake cleaner. Spray that out right there. Let's go get brake cleaner. Cool stuff. Thanks, dude. Y'all, you said what? Y'all from Australia or somewhere? Where? I don't know where you're from, but Aussies build some really cool stuff too. That's for sure. But they're more about burning out than like going super fast. There's some fast stuff though. They got some weird cars like import powered. I don't even know what they're running over there. They got some super high winding cool stuff. Pretty fun. Chemicals, brake cleaner. Here we go. Ah, yes. Brake parts cleaner. Does brake cleaner contaminate the fuel? I mean, if you sprayed it directly in the fuel tank, a bunch of it probably. But the key is to spray your funnel out, shake it, let it dry, and then there is no brake cleaner to contaminate fuel, which is exactly what I'm going to do. It probably would. Yeah, it says non-flammable. I'm quite certain it would not be okay. Sounds an E85, pump E85. I'll spray this here off camera. So I got y'all on the stand, little tripod flexi stand. Now we stuff. That's my, if I need weight, I put it there, but like I said, I like running my weight with stuff that I need instead of just random weight, you know, put more batteries in or bigger cell tank. In fact, what I'm going to do, look, nice and dry. What I'm going to do is I have another fuel cell that I'm going to put right here, and I'm going to put C23 race fuel in it, run a big hose down to the pickup with 2 ball valves so I can cut off the E85 and cut on the race fuel. I'll flush the system when I get to the track, and all I need to do is change my carburetor metering blocks. I've got fuel metering blocks. These got E85 blocks on it, so I'm going to put carburetor blocks, or sorry, gas blocks on it with different jets, you know, for fuel. I call it fuel, gasoline. And so I can drive it there on E85, swap the blocks out real quick, and get onto my race fuel, and then I can spray heavy nitrous, like super, super heavy nitrous at it. That is what I'm doing before I bring it out next. And all these other guys, nobody else drove their car to the track. Every single true street car that came, every single one of them, no, I'm sorry, one other car came, but he lived right close to the track. I watched him at the gas station he drove in, you know. So anyways, I was the only car that drove there from any significant distance. Everything else was trailered in. I drove it so far, I ran out of fuel and had to fill it up with one of these at a rest stop. If y'all check out that video, give me a sub. It's pretty cool. It's called my first no prep. Can I drive there and compete? And I drove it there and went to the semifinals. So check it out. It's pretty awesome. Outrunning turbo cars and stuff and trucks. All right, let's just make some of a mess, not too big of a one. This is enough to go to the fuel station and get more fuel. I like to keep about 12 gallons with me, 2 of these containers full, plus this cell full. So, I mean, no matter where I go, I've got enough E85 to go probably 200 miles. also wise to keep oil with me because it's clapped out 30-some-year-old big black. It eats oil. I don't care. Got it for $5,000 6 years ago. Ah, yes. Thirsty big block. Get this fuel in here and start it up. Haven't started it in a little while. Week and a half, probably. Oop. I like what they're doing nowadays. Back in my day, in my old head voice, we ran grudge racing. It was just grudge racing. There was no shootouts. There was no like 28-inch tire, true street, none of that stuff. It was just pick your man, get it how you live, period. And it was gangster. I mean, I would remember when I was disappointed to go a 520 in the 8th. And if y'all are into race cars and stuff, you should know how fast that is. And that was 12 years ago. I was like bummed. Like, well, I won a 20 something, but I got it anyway, you know. Even if I even got a ticket. Usually I'd race people with no tickets. I would stipulate no ticket. And that's that time slip at the end of the racetrack. Always, I don't like racing for no tickets. No time, no tickets. Me against you. I don't want you to know how fast I went. I want you to think you broke, whatever it takes. Whatever you think happened. I want you to think you got a boost leak. I want you to think you spun the tires. Or how did it get away? I didn't run my number. No, you probably ran your best number. I just ran a better one. That's how it goes. Okay, we got some fuel in it. C23 leaded. Yeah. I know, right? Get the hose. It'd be all right. Yeah, I will. Let's see. Spicy air. Yes, the spicy air. C23. Yeah. 112. That's cool. In fact, I actually take some of that C23 and just splash a little bit in my KTM too. C23 lidded. I think it is. I don't even look at it. It's just I've been tuning out for so long. I just know what the flow it at and what it likes. Put it in. But again, I don't have it. What I will do is go get it from the shed. I'm gonna put this here. Let's get that. No, I'm gonna start it up. I told you I'd start it up. Start it. Let's make noise. Gonna get loud. Plug your ears. You plug your ears? All right. Let's do stuff. Oh, ooh. Should I get the keys? Well, for my, yeah. Just, yeah, I'll be all right. Damn it. No, I could start it without the keys, but some functions won't work, but that's okay. Let's, ooh, we got some battery juice. Okay, shut my door. Muffled Godzilla. There we go. Nice. Got good fuel pressure on squirt 1, squirt 2. Oh, I got the plug wire off on one of these sides. Anyways, I got a plug wire off on that side because I didn't count that side, and they're all dangling underneath the bottom. Here, let me bloop, bloop, bloop. Here, I just did the plugs in it. Okay, what have we here? We got 2. Yes. Yeah. 2, that's correct. 4. 8. I think 4 and 6 are swapped here. Yeah. 1, 8. 8. And we got 4. Yeah. We got 1, 3. We got 6. Okay. There and there. Either that or I got a spark plug that was dropped or something, not the tip shut, but it's going to be one of these. We got one. Number one. Let's see. 1. Okay. We got. Okay. Let's see. 7. There we go. 3 and 5. My bad, y'all. I think after 20 years, you know, it mix it up. That's okay. They hang like, oop, don't do that. They hang like down all up underneath there. But they just dangle along. That's just fine. They don't touch anything critical. Okay. Proper noise. All right. No more blue block. All right. That thing sounds good. Oh, wait. You probably can't hear it because my mic. Let me. There. Oh, you can hear it. All right. That sounds good. If you're wearing earphones, take them off or plug your ears. I'm going to goose it once. Woo! Got some throttle response now, don't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's a good time now. Yeah. I like that. I like it a lot. In fact, I'm going to drive it today, because it's way too much fun. Whew. I got my heart racing a little bit. Boy, I got some throttle response in them number 7s now. The spark plugs, yeah. Yeah, they just smoke it, but for a V8, I highly doubt it. There ain't too many things on 2 wheels that can run with this. Just being real. It is what it is. So, I mean, this is like, give you an idea, even a 560 and an 1/8 of a mile is pushing on, you know, way down in the 8 seconds in the 1/4 mile, man. It's fast. It's been way faster with bigger motors. It's just a motor change away from going a lot faster. But yeah, in the dirt, you'd probably smoke me, you know, that thing, or even who knows. But yeah, if you have a street bike though, you like to try, we could try a little something. Again, whatever that is. Yeah, I'd try it. That's cool, man. Yeah, it's fast. I'm sure 224, but we race from a stop. Remember, so I would absolutely try it though. I love some racing now. If you go on the YouTube page that you're on right here, you will see this car with Nitrous outrunning a whole pack of leader bikes, a whole pack of 1,000cc motorcycles, R1s, Ninjas, BMW RRs, Whole big pack. Look it up. Dodge versus the world right here. And one kit of nitrous was enough to fend off them leader bikes. And that's a small block. That's a big block with a lot more nitrous than that one has. So I'll gladly run a leader bikes and all that. No sweat. Street. Oh yeah. Of course the street. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Like we can just pull up from a stop and just go. No problem. For sure. I love that stuff. Bikes are fun. I like bikes. I had bikes. Ridden bikes. Been around leader bikes a bunch. They're cool. Even bigger ones. And I say we gap trained a whole pack of them with that thing. Not once, but 3 times. Yes. The power to weight ratio is always better for motorcycles. They're supposed to be. But for some reason, old nitrous Dodge brick dart right there got away from on a rolling start on the interstate. But I raced this thing from a stop, and it's not so much about power to weight ratio as it is suspension and traction and all that good stuff. 60 foot, you know, because you can't catch gone. And I'll just be fair and nice and just go ahead and show you kind of, you know, like, I know it's all crusty and junk, but give me an idea what's underneath it for tunability and adjustability and stuff. This is how you make one leave. It's not just about power now. No, sir. It's about adjustability. It's about valving. About 40 spline axle with 35 spline inputs on fabricated 9-inch housings and spools and bunch of chromoly and, you know, all that stuff. That's how you take some like moderate power up there, like decent power. Realistically, I think probably makes like 1,300 on both kits, you know, whatever. But the fact that I can apply it all right now, you know, it makes it pretty tough. It's hard to catch going once it's going, especially through the 8. Oh, bunch of rear weight bias helps make the hook too, you know. Pretty cool. On the interstate, I'm sure you'd run away from it. Of course, it doesn't have that, you know. It's definitely not. It is, you know, everything has its place and it's cool, and you know what I mean. There's always something faster. There's motorcycles that can beat me from a stop, I'm sure, but they damn sure got the work cut out. Unless you can run a 5-something 8th mile in the street, you're gonna have your work cut out in this one. It's a pretty fun car. The weight works to my advantage on really slippery surfaces, slick shit. I can just pile the nitrous to it. Just absolutely, just straight savagery. I promise you. Just spray the lights out, flames hanging out and everything right on the road, like out there. It is nasty. Got such a long wheelbase, it just never have to lift. That thing just super fun. No, I'm running 370 gear, Chris. I can definitely put the power down. Let's see, crusty fast, but still less than Eddie pace. Yeah, it's a cheap junk, isn't it? But no, it's actually 370 gear. It's a 370 gear in this car, not 430s or big or anything like that. The more power you make, the less gear you need. And this is a 370 with a 2-speed 400. So it's a turbo 400 based transmission. Based meaning it's not a stock case or anything stock about it. It's all billet internals. It's got 156, you know, straight cut gear ratio for the first gear. So instead of having a real low first gear like a 248, 148, 1-to-1, now it's 156, 1-to-1. So it goes from super mad to extremely mad. When you go to high gear, just absolutely mile an hour. It's crazy hard. Outran a turbo car on the big side, grabbed that kit and drove out on them. Go and check out the last video on my page if you would. And I drove the car there. So a mile an hour, good. You just got to spray a ton of nitrous out the gate to get it to move. Otherwise, it's a dog on the motor, just you know, real doggy. But if you spray it a lot, you know, put 550 on there out the gate, it comes out of there pretty good. Yeah. 12 street, 5 road, off road, 9 big road. Hey, that's cool, man. That's sweet. You are into it. That's what's up. What's up, John? What's up, my people from somewhere in Europe. That's cool. On the radials, no, I do it on that right there, of course. You know, but what shot nitrous? It's got 350 on the first kit and 200 on the second kit and 200 on the third kit. Third kit isn't sorted out yet, but the first two are. I can grab immediately, turn it loose off the trans brake. It's got a trans brake, so like launch control with a two-step, and put it down to first gear, click the button, stomp the gas. It'll go to popping and banging and shooting flames and all that. And when you turn it loose, it not only turns loose the motor, but it also turns loose the nitrous that I'm holding in my hand. So it's slamming a large shot of nitrous and everything the motor got all at once to the tires immediately. And I grab the second kit as soon as possible. Like as soon as I let the button go for the trans brake, I squeeze the second one. That's another 200. So I'm on 550 shot of nitrous within 40 feet. Yep. Yeah, it's yeah, much nitrous is possible. And even that, I went to that no pet race and I need so much more power. This thing is just it's just, I mean, it's not meant for all this. It's a used Facebook marketplace engine that's ancient. It's not even meant to do all this. It's supposed to be just driving around two carburetors looking cool. But it puts in work with the right tune-up. Baltimore, Maryland. That's cool. Got crank trigger on it. It's got good electronics here. Crank sensor, 4-ring pickup, and then it's got what we call a big cap distributor. Got a big cap distributor. Looks like a Ford cap. And the more space you have between your studs here and here, you can pull the timing down. The rotor's pointing here. You can retard the timing further without having the spark jump over to this cap or to this stud right here. So I can pull more timing on this than I can on a smaller diameter cap. Once these are closer together, you can only pull about 20 degrees and it's going to start jumping back to the wrong cylinder, and it's going to backfire and it's going to blow everything all up through your shit. Excuse my language, but it's gonna knock who knows, it'll tear all kinds of stuff up. So you need a big cap for big nitrous, and what this hole is for is to actually phase the rotor. So I take my timing light, check my time down here, check it there, then I come up here, because the distributor no longer is the pickup, it's just distributing the spark. It doesn't have the electronic pickup going to the box. The crank trigger has that. So now I take my my distributor, and I adjust it until that rotor is pointing exactly at number 1 on whatever timing I have on it. So if it's on motor timing, like 36 degrees, I'll see 36 here, come up here, put 36 in it, and turn the distributor until it perfectly is flashing, lining up, looking through that hole right there. Not this hole, this hole. You'll see it literally inside of there. And then I want to bring my timing down when I'm going to spray it to nitrous. You can't be pointing it here and pulling it way back, because then you got to jump the spark so far. So what I'll do is take the distributor and run this thing back, put the timing light down at like 15 degrees down track, maybe halfway, point it there, run the distributor back, and now I'll see it in there. So it'll be down on motor power a little bit, because jumping spark to even fire on the motor. But when I go that nitrous, that spark is pointing right at that right there, and it is absolutely on fire, burning everything you can. No air gap. Air gap is the biggest resistance we have of anything. Air. If it wasn't resistance, we'd all be probably dead from electricity, right? It would just travel right through the air, and everybody be getting smoked. You have to actually have a conduit, something, you know, to touch. You want something to be close as possible. So if you have a big old gap on your rotor, that spark energy has to jump that gap, travel through that wire, and then jump more gap on your spark plug under extreme pressure, which is very hard. So you want all your spark energy pointing right at your post when you're on the power, on the nitrous, if at all possible. Nice. There's I said I got a 67 LM. Oh, 67 I'm building. That's cool. Yeah. So Brooklyn boy from New York, the 67s can actually fit more tire. They have a bigger fender well than the 66s. They have a much larger hips, and you can put a 13-inch wide wheel if you have it up a little ways, but you can fit an 11 up in there by just cutting that little bump on the inside of the frame wrap. You cut that off and plate it. You'll be able to fit an 11-inch wide wheel in there with no scrub. Easy, plenty of room. 57s are cool. Nice work, nice cars. I like trucks. I like anything. I guess truck's cool. I got a truck. Z71. I like mud trucks. Those lifted big mud trucks with a ton of nitrous on them. That's my jam. That's cool stuff. I don't do it, but I like watching it because I could easily see getting into a 650 cubic inch big block on 3 stages and driving one of them things. That'd be pretty fun. No breather on the covers. No. Oil cap with a vacuum pump. It's actually pulling an entire engine vacuum in here. And then the breather for the vacuum pump is right there with a catch can right there. So no breather on the covers. Man, it's so responsive. I'm so impressed with how crispy it is on those number 7 spark plugs. I like it. It's got low timing in it too. I don't have a lot of timing in it. Once it gets crunk, it's got a good bit right in the coming on the converter, and then it drops down quite a bit. I'm on here for a whole hour. Really want to drive it. Pretty sure I will. I do an episode on the video on the channel. What up, yo? Oh yeah, you're cute. Can't pay her too much mind. She'll come try to rub on me. Yeah, there you go. Her dog TV. Cute bear. KTM's waiting on some brake pads and fork seals. Got to do the fork seals on it. They're all. I'll say, you know, you're riding hard is when after 2 rides, all the fork oil's in the bottom in the bed of the truck. Well, building up a bunch of heat. Fun bike. Dog finally decided to not bark at everything with an engine. They're cutting a road up out there. I reckon they'll be doing that for a minute. All right. Those O-rings should be coming in soon for this. This is coming soon now, I promise y'all. But these O-rings right here, this is why this car has not been running yet. Is they're flat. They're a little bit compressed. They're just seeping fuel from little damaged O-rings everywhere on this. And these are not your typical guess I'm not married. No. No, I dodged that bullet, fellas. I sure dang did. Woo. And I'm so happy. Yeah, man. Laughing in my single voice. For sure. Anyways, there's a special carburetor, and it's got these bowls on the side here. Unlike most regular carburetors, it's got dual feed, so it feeds fuel in here, over there, there, and there. So it's got 4 lines coming in. It supports 2,500 horsepower worth of fuel here. And that is a 67 Dart, Chris. That is a 67 Dart GT, my brother. Yeah, beautiful car. It's my brother's car. And I'm the master architect right there. That's pretty fun. Let me show you all inside. You're going to love this. Oh, it's so nice. He had this car painted in 1997. Look how nice it is. It never sees water. He just spray waxes it. Okay, let's get this cover back. We do our best to not touch. Do not touch as I touch. They're giving anxiety. Ready? Yuck. Okay. Dart GT. Got the interior. Just got to finish doing a couple little things, but nice interior. Just did the cage on it. It's all door bars, removable. With the back, you can still get in the back. No rear seat delete. Is up. The bars going down there. Super nice car. Got some electronics that I put together here. Let's see if y'all can see that. All caveman, MSD, BTM, two-step, two-stage retard, all MSD, everything. We've got a air fuel meter there. Boost gauge and controller here, two-stage boost controller with scramble. Parachute handle here. Switch panel in the center console. And we've got a fuel tank, all FT450. I was just doing some tuning in that. I had to put that cable in the back, so I had to take down the mount right there. But put the cable in for the laptop and do some tuning. Now, tuning means only setting it up for the gauges and sensors. It doesn't run anything. It only runs the fans. And even that, we have it on an override switch because I don't trust it to even do that correctly. So it's only for gauges. Every single function is analog on this car. We do not. We're old. We're old now. I'm older than I look, probably. Maybe I'm younger than I look. Lord knows. Either way, got some steel wheels. We got some beady rings and hubcaps floating around. There's one. Parachute on the back here. Well, that's pretty good. It used to be a nitrous car, but we went turbo, and here we are on a 28x9 10-inch wheel. Let's see. This is a fun thing. You guys are gonna like this. This switch here. Put it up where it is, and that's for the trans brake. Here, I'll pull it out of here. So, trans brake for that position. Rolling anti-lag, that position. So you can be riding down the highway like in third or second gear. Grab that, mash the throttle. This thing will sit here and pop, bang, shoot flames, all that cool shit. Boom. You got yourself a rocket ship. Many years ago, somebody tried to steal the car, boogered his ignition up, so I just threw a USB charger in that. Wipers, lights, everything works nice. Really nice. Turned out really well. Been running for a long time. We just freshened the motor up and put turbos on it. Also went with overdrive. Got a 518 overdrive out of a Cummins diesel. And then did billet input shaft, billet intermediate shaft, billet 6-pinion planetaries, all of it, everything. Billet trans brake, valve body, all aluminum. I mean, it's all just gangster stuff in here. Chrysler overdrive transmission. Got a billet 10-inch converter in there. Cool stuff. Got some QA1 pieces. It's not all the way right on the chassis yet, you know. So I got to do the disc brakes in the front and rear. I mean, the upgraded race brakes. QA1s. We'll put Vikings in here instead of the regular shocks. We got time adjustable rods, lower control arms. That's the electric water pump right there. That's a centrifugal Davies Craig water pump. I notched the K member, put a tube in it so you can get the oil pan out. Nice. Service the whole thing, everything but a crankshaft in the car. Crank trigger on it also. Got the good stuff. Crowler billet rods, all that fun stuff. Let's see what else. He's got a big cap on here from his nitrous days. That's just his bump button. Bump, bump. Turn the motor over. Just the valve's got solid roller. Yeah, vacuum lines are all, it's fuel line, but vacuum lines are all AN lines. There's no, all the boost reference stuff is AN. There is no push on with like zip ties and all that junk. Barbs, actual. There you go. Y'all want to see this thing run? Give me a sub, please. Trying to grow the channel. I appreciate y'all. Really do. I try to do some nice videos. The last one I did was 35 minutes long. I think you'll like it. This doesn't go there. It's just the bump button yet again. But that's just hooked to the starter on the inside there. That's his sensors. Come in here. There's thread on. Everything's done pretty nice. Indie intake and all that. Pretty neat. If y'all don't have one of these, you should get one. Think fun, isn't it? Channel lock brand. Stubby, narrow, super convenient. Get you one. Yeah, soon enough. He's also got a, appreciate it, Mero, dude. He's also got a vacuum pump on it, way down there, buried under all that. An alternator, way under all that. That's his oil. Oh, you guys like this. I put an aircraft oil pump on here. Backup oil pump, primer pump for like Cessnas and whatnot. Check this out. Right there. That pump pulls from the bottom of the pan and goes up into the pump, and then it has a high pressure hose here that goes into the oil filter adapter here, right there, and it pushes in. And it's got a big solenoid right about, oh gosh, where is it here? Right here. Here's the solenoid right there, that brass piece, oil solenoid, connected right to the side of the pump. Anyways, we can go in there and cut on that oil pump, and it will prime the engine with oil pressure. You get 55 pounds of oil pressure, and on the electric pump, then we can turn it over, and it's got complete priming abilities. You don't have to run a drill down there anymore. Pretty cool. What's it run? It's been 580s 12 years ago on Nitrous, and we've gone a lot faster since. We just don't know how fast because we don't do times, and we're just like street no prep guys. Just spray it harder and go faster or whatever. Now we put turbos on it, so we'll probably go 480s on a good track and 520s on some slick stuff. It's super fast. It's been way into fives already. I mean, no reason it's gonna go a lot faster now, right? He's owned it since '91, and it's had Nitrous on it pretty much since then. So it's a good running car. When we get to hear it run, soon as the O-rings come in for the dual feed carburetor side bowls right there, float bowls. They're all seeping just a touch. Obviously, you can see, the new gaskets and stuff. I went all through this thing, and of course, the one thing I didn't do was those O-rings, and bit me and started leaking. But realistically, my brother Phil, he's going to be back, I think, Monday. I'll probably save startup, even though these will come in and I'm going to put them on there. I'll probably save startup for him. I know he's going to want to fire it up. So I'll let him start it. See the Terpskis do their whirly-bird thing. So probably Tuesday, if you want to come back on. Yeah, as I say, thanks, man. I've been watching that. Yeah, come back on probably Tuesday. He'll definitely be back by Tuesday, and that's I'll save it for him. I won't start it, even though it's completely ready. I won't. Got to let him open his Christmas present, right? I got mine over here. Parachute. That'll be his first time throwing the chute too. Can't wait to see how that's that's like. That's fun. So nice out. It's supposed to rain today, but I do believe I'm gonna go for a drive. Maybe film an episode with this one. Actually film one. Sure does run spicy. Yeah. Oh, a few more passes left here on these. That's the tread holes. It's probably got at least one more. Am I gonna go to Brainerd tomorrow? Man, I was gonna, but I'm not. I got stuff to do. And I'm just not. Like, not that serious. I know them boys got their feelings hurt and they want to rerun too, but they'll get it one day. They ain't gonna like what they get. But that's another time, another story. So anyways, no, I'm actually going to be rebuilding my forks on this tomorrow, getting ready for a goon session the day after or Monday or something like that. I like riding, and I'm just going to do a lot of that. I'll drive that thing around a little bit here and there and show up. Full tube or just half cut? No, not full tube and not half cut either. It's just as a tube front that I built for the car, just front, and it's like stock frame rails right under those headers there, so it's right there and back. It's like a G-body style lower K member, and then I built the control arms myself and had somebody do the cage, this part of the cage a long time ago, and they got them not straight. They're not the same. So I just threw the struts on any old which way when I got around to doing that. But this thing's been, you know, many versions over since 2006. I got it stock in 2006. So all this is me. I just started it a little bit ago, Marrow dude. But check out that video when I drove it 2 weeks ago to a no prep here, and check that video out. Drove it there and went to the semifinals with this car. Drove all the way 2 hours. Ran out of fuel on the way up and had to even fill it up at a rest stop with those tires in the back, driving it to the racetrack. Went to the semifinals with a Nitrous big car with bench seats. So you can definitely hear it there for sure. Yeah, take a look. It's pretty fun. And then you'll see that Dodge Dart right there, beating a whole pack of leader bikes on Dodge versus the world with Nitrous. No ECU. It's MSD stuff. No, this one's all, it's got a, I guess kind of what, it's got an MSD grid, so you can plug a laptop. You do plug a laptop in it to make adjustments, but it's done. It only runs the timing. It's set, the retards are set, and that's all it is. I'm not much of a fan of ECUs, laptops, fuel injections, and all that. I was just talking about that with a friend of mine this morning. And I was like, you know what? I have seen a big block carbureted nitrous car, a pro nitrous car, pro mod nitrous, class limited by weight, big tire. Had to put weight in the car, not even at full potential. And I saw a nitrous big block with 2 carburetors go 362 to the 8th. And that's probably, oh my gosh, 8 years ago, 10 years ago. I mean, long time. There's guys that are on no time cars that are faster than that, 350 cars in the 1/8 of a mile with nitrous. So until I'm trying to go faster than 350s in an 1/8 of a mile, nobody needs fuel injection. No one, unless you're trying to go faster than that. And even that, I'm sure some nitrous guy like Mike Hill or Tony Bynes will get you sorted out. So there's a place for it. If you know what you're doing, I promise you it's a problem. With no ECUs, no, none of that stuff. I don't really care for all that. It's too many problems, things that go wrong, fuel injectors to clog, stick, wires to mess up. How about I just watched a very expensive 400, I can't say it's cubic inches in case people on here see it. So a big cubic inch LS motor, exotic headed motor on nitrous, on Fuel Tech, on a Fuel Tech FT550 or whatever it was, 600 something. The Fuel Tech did not like the noise from the progressive controller, the pulsing of the solenoids, the electronic noise, and it stuttered the car, and it backfired like 4 or 5 times. And I watched somebody just knock the head gaskets clean out of a very nice engine with 6-bolt heads and everything, because Fuel Tech couldn't stand a little bit of noise. Like, you know what? Keep that stuff away from me. Nope. I ain't trying to be all Mr. Cool with a laptop. I'd just rather, there's always some stuff, some power management things you got to do to run a car, of course. But I try to choose the simplest method possible anymore. All that fancy stuff, most people don't need it. And if they need it, they don't know how to use it. things that are most important are lots of fuel, not much timing. Good fuel. 3 things. Good fuel, lots of it, not much timing. You'll have a lot of success with a nitrous car if you follow those 3 basic rules. Yeah, I'm not going to Brainerd. Unfortunate though, because I'm sure Guardian, you know, and I know that this thing will eat on some backside, because that's at Paradise. I'm sorry, yeah, but Paradise, when I ran that race against that Toyota, that was literally everything it had, like both kits, all of it now. So it just runs what it runs, right? It needs more power, and that's fine. I could probably find some. What hurts ring lands? If you break ring lands, there's 2 things that breaks ring lands. Your rings button getting hot, touching, and then, you know, snapping the top of the piston off, right? And then the second thing, there's 3 things really that'll hurt the ring lands. Butt the rings, break the top of the piston off. You can get too much fuel if it's like just, I mean, billowing fuel smoke, like super billowing fuel smoke with too much timing in it. Rich, too much timing. Now fuel gets underneath the ring land, that tiny little edge of the, where the ring sits in the piston, the actual groove. Fuel gets in under the ring and in between there and has a mini combustion. And the mini combustion will just peel the top of that thing off. It'll just bow. It'll light off fuel in the rings itself if you're like super saturating it. So you can break ring lands that way with too much fuel and light it off too early. And then the other thing will eat ring lands is obviously melting it, burning holes through the pistons, you know, being lean and then spraying in, torching it out. There's those three common things there. Let's see. What's it weigh? Right, just over 3,900 at this time, like 3,980-ish at the time. It's been lighter. It can get lighter. And I mean, these are iron heads. These are Grumpy Jenkins big block heads. Are heavier than stock. From what I'm reading, there's 120 pounds in just swapping the heads right there. That's a lot. Just that. But they're on there, and they've been bolted on for so long. I don't want to let the magic out. So let's just leave it just like it is, right? I'll probably go through and check all my fuel jets, make sure there's no debris for, you know, all this. It's been resurrected after a couple years of sitting. Yeah, so not much timing, lots of fuel, and be all right. I even have my tune-ups written here on the valve cover. What's what? Jet spreads and retards and fuel pressures, and then down track timing. How big's the motor? It is a 454 1973 casting 4-bolt main block, like an over-the-counter replacement engine for a Chevelle, like a 454 LS6 Chevelle or LS5, whatever I don't know they call it. Anyways, it's over-the-counter replacement block for one of those. Stock crank. It's got some kind of aftermarket rods and pistons. Grumpy Jenkins heads on it. I don't know the bore. I've never had this thing apart. It's got a hydraulic roller in it because I looked down and the valve covers off the valve springs. Looked down in there and saw its hydraulic roller and was like, oh boy. Yeah. $5,000 for this. Yeah. You know what? You're pretty close now, Mo Beef. Yeah. So yeah, it's probably like a 468 or something. But it's been forever. Put together. So I'm just going to leave it together. Here's a super fun project coming up. Right there. Yeah. That's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to that build right there. Appreciate it, Moby. Yeah, that one there would be a good old time. They think if this thing's hard to beat like this, you know how easy it's going to be? Get away from people with this. Come on now. This is, I mean, my gremlin. This will be my diabolical machine. That's just sitting there, just junk. It's nothing. It doesn't go to the car. It's just some bullshit. Whatever. Yeah. All fear the rusty gremlin. It's coming. Got a couple bits and pieces. Oh, look, the fuel cell that I was going to get out of the shed is actually here. Well. We got 3 wells. Let's get this right here. Anyways, did a little bit of work on it, a little chopping. The floors are super rusty and junk, so put a little something in here. I'll get to it after a while. Crusty old unit. Nice little True Street car. I know Alpha Kenny Body. Nope, never heard of them. Ain't saying they're good, bad, or indifferent. Just never heard of them. No, Alpha Kenny Body. No, sure haven't. I don't do no kind of body work. Don't truck with no body shops. I don't do any kind of. Nope. I like my stuff patinaed, cracked, a little bit rusty, because then I can like sit on the trunk and take naps and stuff. Meanwhile, Phil's car, I can't even touch the dang thing. The red car, like no touch. I'm gonna put this in here. Do I want a checkered flag? Never really wanted one. Not sure what I'll do with it. We don't. There's really no flags where we're at, you know, kind of racing. Cool though, appreciate it. Put that in there somewhere, and I can go to C23 in that cell right there. Yes, need to make some mounts. Okay, there. Okay, we're weird on here. Let's see, 72 Cheyenne 4x4 steel body. That's pretty cool. Nice. Yeah, put that there. Got my air tank. Let's I need some 12 fittings. I just swap it around. Right? Just swap kit, you know, bottle to bottle, you know, the lines, just shut them off and then put it at different ones. That way I don't have to swap as much, take the bottles in and out. And on no prep, all these guys are putting weight in the back of the car. Well, me too. I just do it with stuff that isn't sandbags or whatever anymore. I don't need them. Let's go ahead and put more nitrous bottles in. If I needed more weight, I'd probably put 2 more bottles here and here for more weight. In fact, that's probably not a bad spot, honestly. Now that I get to thinking about that. Ain't nothing but some bracket here. I wonder if I could. One there and one there. Maybe. Just might. Put 6 bottles in it, but then that's wouldn't. Well, yeah, they'll reach. Huh. Yeah, turbo. That's cool, James. That's what's up. I like turbo. My brother's got turbo up there. We got 2 76mm trays on a 416-inch Dodge motor up there on 85. So I like the turbos too now. Yes, sir. James, that's great. Yeah, interesting. Maybe 2 more bottles, or just move those, you know, one of those here or those here. That'd be interesting. Maybe so. Kind of like that. I should grab one and see. I think I got another one somewhere to see how it lays in there. But yeah, we'll get that mounted up. So I need to make some straps for that. Let's see. What kind of, we used to have a mount for this thing, you know, kind of a mount. I could probably put it right in the middle though. Right now, right in the center. Pull this out. Yeah, James, if you just got on here, I'll just run up there quick. These other folks seen it, but let me show you. 1 door, 2 door, 3 door, 4. There you go. Wastegate. There you go, James. Much more yee, definitely. Fun stuff. Yeah, if you want to see it on there, give me a sub if you would, man. You'll see. I just drove this car 2 weeks ago to no prep race, the semifinals. Can't say I'm mad about it. But I'm hurting on a couple turbo cars now, James. Look out. Look, if you ever see a crusty old big block, I mean, raggedy looking, right? And something like this, don't race it. Don't do it. You don't see it too much anymore. Usually it's just a bunch of turbo stuff everywhere, but oh, it's a trap, man. Yes, big block, violence, nitrous violence. All fun. Yeah, I turboed a turbo car at this no prep race. They were sick. I grabbed a big boost and I grabbed my nitrous and this thing went on the hunt. Check out that video. Can I drive it to a no prep and compete? America, yeah. Come to Bristol. Oh, that's cool. Bristol. Yeah, I would. I would come to Bristol. Yeah, that's fine. That sounds cool. This thing is far from my priority. I really love my dirt bike. Beyond love my bike over these cars. But it's fun. And I actually had sold this car back in 2023. And God brought it right back to me in 2025. I didn't even go look for it. It did everything except drive itself to me. It's really cool. I actually got this car, Billy the Kid, SRC channel, found this car in Florida for sale on Facebook Marketplace and bought it. And then I ended up getting it from him a couple months later. It's really cool. That's exactly where I'm going to put my fuel cell right there. I should block that in with something. Hold that there. See, I need to do about probably weld a stud here poking out, weld a stud there poking out, and then bend some aluminum around it, right? Make a blower mount, and then probably do another tab here and do the same thing there and bolt that to that around. One there and one there. All right. This trunk has had a lot of different variations and design and holes drilled. I mean, my God, it's been 20 years of racing this car, you know, so lots of stuff like that. Oh, yeah, like 426 Hemis. Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, you got to get something to space that with. Maybe a 2x4. Yeah, Bristol. That sounds fun. Yeah. I don't discriminate, but I like street no prep style stuff. This isn't like anymore. I mean, I had a 700-inch motor in there, and it ran real fast on sticky tracks, all radial stuff. But now it's just used big block Facebook Marketplace stuff. So stick to my lane, the slow lane, some no prep, true street style. You know, drive it around and there we go, some decent little numbers on what up there. Sure are cute, babe. I need something to block that up with. There's space in there. You know what? We got these and didn't use them. I'm going to show you all this stuff. Don't use these. I don't think it's a good idea. There's really no short turn. Look at this. I mean, that right there, your exhaust coming in at Mach 900 is not going to like this bump. Not at all. It's going to hit that. It's going to skip up and create a massive high pressure area right about here. Right as it's trying to come in, it's a huge high pressure area right here. So if you cut into this and put your wastegate dump there, you'll probably get some nice wastegate flow. But got these things, wasn't too impressed. I mean, cheap turbo, yeah, it'll go in there. But anyways, and then got some nice smooth up pipe here. Anyways, it's still got primary gate flow on it too. Somebody wants me to race the Chattanooga Choo Choo Train. Man, you race them. I don't know who that is. You're the one with the turbo, James. On ahead, unless you own the thing, the Chattanooga Choo Choo Train, whatever that is. I know they got some old trains up there. I actually went on a train out in the woods. It was really fun. You know, some long like touristy thing in the middle of, you know, like it was cool. It was neat. Whatever. Yeah. Probably about the same ET. Anyways, That hood's kind of awkward by myself. I really need to. We want to drive the car, but whatever. I'll get some. Get space. What's this? A box with stuff in it. I'll just pretend like it's empty and use it anyways. It was just weird, man. It was just strange. I don't know. Just, I guess. Some people, yeah, there's some folks on here just really just odd. Like, what in the world? Jeez. I don't really, like, I'm so oblivious. I don't even care. You know what I mean? Like, it literally doesn't, I just don't care. You know, you just can't, you can't care when people say stuff. My track day went awesome. In Route 72. I went to the semifinals, drove it there, went to the semifinal, I'd say, and drove it back. I'd say that's pretty successful. It's a 66 Chevy Impala 4-door. Yes, it's all nitrous. Got any other toys? Yeah, just my dirt bike. I love messing with that dirt bike, riding it hard. I really go hard in the woods. I love it. Absolutely amazing. Keeps me in incredible shape. So fun. Good cardio. Go in the middle of the day, like in the middle of the week when nobody's there. Just have an amazing time. I absolutely love it. Yeah, let's see. Is it NOS? Yes. Nice. Yeah, William, thank you. Yeah, it's pretty successful. Drive it there, go to the semifinals with a worn out 30-year-old iron-headed big block with a bunch of random nitrous junk from your toolbox on it. And turbo boys be sick. Ugh. Like, man, imagine if I actually cared. What kind of bike? It's a 2007 KTM XCF-W 250. However, it has a EXC 350 motor in it, and it makes 58 horsepower with a 6-speed transmission, and tops out about 90 mile an hour. 85 with this gear, but I'm going down 2 teeth on it, so it should bring me up another about 5 mile an hour, 90 on the high side. Got to rebuild the forks. It's a Savage. Really fun. I love this. Super fun bike. Lightweight. Weighs like 212 pounds with 58 horsepower, so it's just ruthless. Got a carbon clutch, all like pucks and everything. It's really cool. Nice stuff in there. It's neat. Fun bike. Just like to maintain it, keep it in good, you know, get this thing in good shape, keep it in good shape, you know. It's a good bike. Electric start. Pretty fun. Yeah, I know. And this is Phil's, this is the other Phil's car. Oh, you be quiet. Oh my goodness. They're so threatening, aren't they? I know you are. Yeah, it's Phil's car. And then yeah, this is all street, like super street, ultra street stuff, you know. Yeah, drive it around. Yeah, my bike ain't street legal, but cars are very much so. Got turn signals and everything. Even with fender exits, I got turn signals on this thing. Pretty fun. Yeah, keep the tune written right there for my future reference when I flow the kits and all that. Good time. This is a bump button right here. This. Hit that and you can turn the motor over to adjust your valves. And if you have a solid roller in here, bump, and it turns the engine over just a little. Instead of yelling at your bump it. Nope, you do it by yourself. You know, I noticed my water pump when I first got it back from sitting, it was making a bunch of noise, and now it shut up. That's nice. Nice little rust or something, a little crust on there. Vacuum pump. Nice addition, appreciate it. Yeah, I bought this car and I really wasn't even expecting to get this car at all. I wasn't looking for it, wasn't planning on it, and got it. So best $300 Amazon carport you're going to get. You got to have this thing, you got to keep my paint out of the rain, right? You can't have it get rained on or anything. It might rust or something. Here, this will drive anybody who's got really nice car, like, you know, like race cars and stuff. This will drive you crazy, right? Okay, you got a hood on here. This is gonna really make you be. You're like, there is no padding. It's just, let's just sit that right there. Granny's casket can out 60 foot that. Unless she can go 104 to the 60, 295 to the 330, I'm pretty sure she won't. Yeah, that's what this car's been multiple times down at Macon. And now it probably just some 120s, you know. I'm only leaving on 550, 600 shot within 0.6 of a second. So 600 and 0.6, 0.5 on the old 2810.5, some D07s on some CO7s on 14s, wheels with some bead locks there. So yes, I'm sure your grandma probably pretty quick though. Probably taught you. I know. Let's see. That's a good car. Port for 300. I know, right? Style. It's a 66. Got the good lights in it. Yes, 4-door. Love it. Super fun. Same color. Yeah. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. For El Camino is same color. Almost. Believe it or not. Well, it probably is because it's so faded now. But this color was particular to, I believe, 65 and 66. The 67 is slightly different if you check the paint codes for those years. The reason I know is I had the hood painted 20 years ago when I got it. The hood, I got it immediately. And then the block, I had paint mixed up for me about 6 years ago for the engine block. And it was Chevy orange. I just wire wheeled it off and painted it and mixed it up. And that is called Willow Green Metallic, particularly to my fellow Impala brothers. Willow Green Metallic. Pretty sure it's 65, 66 only, but they have another shade that is super close to this in 66 also and 65. They had a couple of variants of it. It's pretty neat though. Willow Green Metallic is the I don't talk about that, Guardian. I know who that is. Let's see. You ever been filmed for a TV show or anything? Was I? No, not TV. I've been involved with some media stuff, but back in my day, in my old man voice, it was magazines, and I do have a pile of magazines that I was featured in. Some of them on the very front cover and everything. Big name stuff. 50 Mustang and Super Ford being one of them, and I was in Carcraft and a couple of cool stuff. So been around the block, but it was magazines before the internet was a thing. Hitting the nitrous button. Yeah, the nitrous is on a trans brake and interrupt. So when I get on the trans brake, when I turn that thing loose, it goes from the 2-step to infinity, turns it loose, transmission and engine wise, and also turns loose the nitrous, which is 350 on the button there and 200 on the other button there, and then 200 on the other button there. But I grabbed 2 kits immediately, like turn it loose, and that one's already on. It's got to interrupt. So when I squeeze that button, it does nothing until I let the trans brake go, and then it dumps all the nitrous, dumps the motor, lets the RPM loose. It just eats, and then I squeeze the second one as fast as I can possibly grab it. Where did I race the car? I raced in front of 1320, big media person with the car. Nope, they've never seen the car race. It was all backwoods tracks, and to be honest with y'all, the street. I raced this car in the highway a lot. Lots and lots and lots. And lots all across the Midwest and Eastern Seaboard. I've traveled with it. I've been in many states racing in the road, everywhere, all over the country, everywhere from Alabama to South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Wisconsin, Chicago, Illinois, Florida, Tallahassee area, up in Georgia, or everywhere, all over back in the day. I raced it heavy in the road and some at backwoods tracks. Yeah, but now I'm older and wiser and don't get too goon like that. You know, I like to cruise it, and then I'll just drive it to another backwoods track and do it again. So not too much 1320 big, big coverage like that. Those guys, a lot of them boys know me. Like some of the street outlaw guys do know me. I do have a relationship with some of these folks, you know, personal relationship with some people who I won't mention, but if they watch, and some of them do, they know who I'm talking about. They're fun, but we're more friends, you know. It's not like that starstruck, ooh, wow, you got YouTube channel or whatever. It's like, hey, what up, yo? You know, I knew a lot of these guys before the street outlaws existed. I knew folks before it even was a thing, was even a show. Knew a lot of them boys. So I've been around, but just kind of in the lurking, you know, not really pushing for the limelight. Appreciate it. Do not disturb. That's right. Big mean person. Trans brakes are fun. Oh yeah. Cramp, Philadelphia. So appreciate it. So yeah, just old school street racing car, you know, that came back to me after I got out of it for a couple of years, and there it is again. So now I just go to tracks and behave myself in the road. Much better that way. Yeah, got some fuel in it. I'm definitely gonna drive it today. Yeah, it is a small world. I mean, can you imagine? You know, like I said, Billy the Kid found this thing on Facebook Marketplace. And then he got a hold of me, asking me about it because people recognize the car. He posted a picture on his Facebook page of all you saw was that right there, just this. And he has over 1,000 comments on that post of people going, I know that car. I've seen that car. I know exactly that car raced here. I've seen it race there. There's a ton of people commenting on literally a picture that looks like what you're seeing right now, right here. And they start tagging me in it, knowing that this is a 4-door Impala. There's only one like that. Everybody else got these 2 doors. First responder, God. Oh, that's cool. I'm actually first responder, guys. I don't mind half cars. Dude, find one of my old yellow Fox body. He'd love it. And that Berkeley loves it. Yeah, he has some cool stuff. He always finds cool stuff. He sure does. Yep. This is being one of them. I mean, like, what are the odds he found this? And then his son Wyatt loved it, and he was, yeah. When he decided to sell it to me, he told me, he says, "I like the car. The car is not for sale. It's only for sale to you." What up, Tommy? Man, you missed out an hour and 47 minutes of some sauce. Yeah, Billy's good people. He is. Yeah, you a whole. I mean, sheesh. Whole bunch of it. Everything from rotor phasing on the nitrous to you know, running the timing light and all that, to started it up, put gas in it. Ain't had no gas in it. So had to fix that. Change the plugs, put plugs in it. Got some number 7s. It's spicy. It is so responsive. Gosh, runs so good. Those number 7. Those 9s make it so lazy. And I run E85 and what's supposed to be probably what, a 10.5 to 1 compression motor, but this thing probably got like 90 pounds in each hole. Oh, fun stuff. Yep. The one word sounds like yeah. Really, one time when it was good guys. Yeah, he is a great guy. He really is, and just a good dude. Really does right by people. I like to see him out there winning. He deserves to win because he treats people right. He has a good attitude. He has a great online persona. He doesn't get in busy drama or any kind of talk. You know, take a look. Really notice that. Like, look at the things he doesn't say. Says more than what he even does say. He's a great human being with good intentions. So I recommend everybody on here, if you don't know who he is, SRC channel, Billy the Kid, go find out. Give him a sub. He's ripping. Yeah, his Camaro is flying. That's right. I'm not a big wang fella, you know, like that, right? I got a big enough wang. This car is really sweet. It's got big flat trunk area and a really nice, you know, gradient to the back. So the aerodynamics on this thing are awesome. It really got some nice down pressure out there on the back. So I'll stay like this, but shout out to Billy for, you know what I mean, selling me the car back. You know, just being a good dude. Yeah, you didn't have to. You didn't have to know that. He said he liked it too. He said, I love this car. Wyatt loves this car. So yeah, the wings, I know it, right? If it works, it works. That's right. And it does. Racing's about winning. It's not a beauty competition. It's about getting the finish line first. Yeah, really good dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he's watching on here. Yeah. Oh boy, Sunday can't get here soon enough. Get them fork seals in. I'm gonna take it apart tomorrow. I'll start taking it apart. Starting to use the tire proper. It's hard from sitting, but it ain't too hard. You got a little bit of pliability, but it ain't soft like I like. Chunking tires. That's just how you know you're using it good, especially in the corners. If you're ripping chunks on the edges, you're doing all right. In the rocks. I do like it, so about time for a new sprocket, new chain. I think buck nasty. Fork seals, I know, right? You know what? Y'all want to hear it? I mean, if you want to hear this thing, it's like a big block swapped Camaro version of a dirt bike. Hey, Bear. Hey, it's gonna get loud. Can you go? Thank you, babe. What a cute dog, huh? Let's see. Some fuel. I just jetted the carb up a little bit too, and it absolutely loves it. No, go. It's gonna get loud. Go. Move. Move. All right. Let's that's all I'm saying. He's got an accelerator pump, so it shouldn't need no choke. Squirt. Squirt. Dang. That's pretty cool for being cold. Let me squirt, squirt again. I know, right? I know it. Yes, stock is very boring. Stock is boring. Who wants a stock 250 when you can have a 360 swapped 250, right? Yeah. There you go. It made noise. There it is. Pretty fun. So I need to lighten the spring rate right there. The 250-pound spring, and it's a bit too stiff. I need to go ahead and put like a 200 in there, probably, or 210 for me. Yeah, cool bike and motorcycle stuff. Yeah. Oh yes, about time to drive this. I do believe. I haven't driven it in a while. Need to find somebody to help me take the hood down. I can get it, but it's a lot heavier than it looks. It was a bolt-on hood, and then it tried to rip off and became. I'm sorry, it was a bolt-on, like hinges, and then it tried to peel off, and now it's a clasp-on hood, and it's not that great. It's just kind of flimsy, but that's okay, as long as it stays on there for riding around. I like to race with no hood due to the fact that you can see things. So from there, if I see it spraying fuel or leaking, that's a problem. Don't do that. Let go of it. You can see it. If you start lifting ahead, you start seeing some more, anything, you can see it and let go of it. If you have the hood on, it's a lot harder to see things, and accidents happen that way. You'll cook one and you see a fuel leak and you won't even know it. But without the hood on, you can see it. So I recommend for anybody, I don't care if you're slow or super fast. If you're super fast, you probably want the aerodynamics, and you probably have nice shit, so you don't have to worry about it leaking. But when you have a bunch of used old junk, take your hood off. Even especially LS motors, because those things are like, they just bust all everywhere. You know what I mean? Just keep your hood off. Keep look at it. If you're pressure on the cooling system, you can see things. It's pretty cool. Well, at about 2 hours here, I'll cut this thing off. Appreciate all of you, all the subs and everything. I'm gonna do a whole video. I'm gonna cruise this thing around and make a nice YouTube video. And if y'all do sub, then yeah, appreciate it. You'll see it on there. Check out the channel. You see a lot of cool footage on there. We like to use these cars. I can't wax it, so I got nothing else to do except drive it, right? So, thank y'all. Much love. I'll see you on the next one.